Well, hello there, how are you? Today I've already prepped my face with this, the Hollywood Beauty Tea Tree Oil, which makes for a pretty good pre-shave oil. And I let that set on my face for a while, and it should be ready to go. My razor is going to be the Merkur Progress, or Progress, which I have set on the 3 setting, if I can find that here. Perhaps you can just see that there, hopefully. And my brush is going to be this, once again, the KC Shave Company Silvertip Badger brush, which I like quite a bit. And my soap, here's the label, it's going to be the ClassicShavingCompany.com Candy Cane soap. I thought that might be in keeping with the season here. And I have that soap, if I can get hold of it here, it's a little slippery. I've got it in this wooden bowl that I got from ClassicShave.com also. Got some overflow here, which I'm going to go ahead and apply to my face. And try to get all that so it's not so slippery handling the tub here. There we go. A little bit of that. I'll set that aside. And I'll kind of rinse my hands off here a little bit. Dry those off. Okay, and I'll reach for the brush here. I'll wet that just the least little bit. I'd already prepared that off camera. Here I go. I'm going to try to get a good lather starting, and hey, I hope you're all doing really well out there. Oops, a little too much water there, dripping off the brush here. Oh wow, water's flinging everywhere, huh? Still getting a fairly decent lather though. Yes, sir. I don't know if it looks good, but it certainly feels good, this lather does. So let me go ahead and set that down. Wipe my hand off again. I got pretty wet from too much water there. And I'll wet the razor. Okay, now we'll get started for that first pass, which will be with the grain. Oh, incidentally, I don't have the wrapper in here. I'll get that in a bit and show you. It's a Centwin blade in here, by the way, on its second use. So, quite a bit of audio feedback because I got just about 2 days worth of growth here. Didn't shave yesterday, I mostly just hibernated. Due largely to the very cold weather we have here. Okay, and there's still some snow on the ground, but it's mostly, well, snow that's mostly in the shade, doesn't get hit by the sun, or snow piled up from where it was plowed or shoveled outside. Well, that feels and sounds really nice so far, so I'm going to duck down, rinse the razor. I'll be right back. All right. Very nice. Yes, this razor is one I had seen a lot of other traditional shavers use on YouTube or elsewhere, and when my budget allowed, I said I've got to get one of these. They're not terribly expensive, but made me want one of these in Merkur Progress. I'll be right back. I'm going to rinse the razor again. Okay. I sure can hear a lot of audio feedback there. I hope you can too. Well, that's pretty nice so far. Now I'm going to pop out and pop back in. I'm going to grab the envelope for that Centwin blade. I might only have one, but I think I saved the envelope. And I'm going to also pop back in, hopefully, God willing, and the creeks don't rise, freshly leathered for a second pass, which will be across the grain. Okay, here's the envelope for that Centwin Super Platinum blade right there. I might have only had one of these blades that I got in a pack of just an assortment of blades. So I probably got that from tryablade.com. I'm going to freshen this up a little bit. Again, I don't know if this lather looks the best, but boy does it feel nice on the face. And smells nice too. The candy cane scent, the kind of peppermint scent, is slowly coming back because, well, it just is. I guess I didn't have this uncovered. I did keep this in a bowl which has this lid for it, so my sniffer might be a little off today too because it's early for me. Well, it's just early, period. Here I go, pass number 2 across the grain. And I've kept this on setting 3, and this time I believe it actually is setting 3 or whatever, because last time I had another razor I thought was on a 4 setting, and I had actually dialed it up to 6. That was a Gillette Black Beauty adjustable that time, and the 6 for some reason was still really comfortable for me, so that was then, this is now, and this is also keeping with the 3 setting on the Progress for me is still feeling very nice. So let's hope that keeps up for the continuation of the shave here. Okay, time to rinse. Okay. Between passes this time, I actually wet my face quite a bit. And I might have done better just wetting the brush again just at least a little bit, if it even needed that, because there was plenty of water. That brush was holding a lot of water and a lot of lather, thank goodness. Which, you know, you would think it would. It's supposed to because it's a silvertip badger brush. Priced very reasonably, I thought, at KC Shave Company. I probably should put some links down below here to them and TriBlade, ClassicShave.com, all these different places, different vendors that I've gotten stuff for this shave for or from. Okay, rinse the razor time. Pretty easy razor to rinse because of the way it's made. Very, very slight overhang, and I mean hardly any at all, but maybe a millimeter or less of overhang of which to be aware there. And even though it's an easy razor to rinse, I tend to rinse for a long time just to make sure that I've gotten all the gunk out that I can. between swipes, or, well, between sections of the face here. Flip her over. Okay, well, I'm going to pop out, pop back in, and then I'll do the third pass against the grain. Okay, it's time for that against the grain pass, number 3 here. Wet the razor just a little bit, and here I go. I did reach back into the bowl there, the wooden bowl, and get just a little bit more soap. I was getting a very nice lather as far as how slick and comfortable it felt, but it was, and it's even now still a little thin. I don't know if that's dissipation or what it is, but just trust and believe it still feels wonderful. And I don't know if the oil I put on before the first pass is still taking effect or what, but boy, is it nice. Yeah, that feels good still. Still on the 3 setting here. On the razor. And, excuse me while I rinse. Really nice so far. Oops, here we go. I'll go ahead and go to the neck right now. Kind of loud, but it still feels really nice. Pleasantly surprised. Yes. Okay, excuse me again. Keep getting my fingers wet there, but so far so good. Well, I don't want to overdo that. No weepers yet, I don't think. Sometimes I get them under the nose when I am going against the grain there, but pretty good, pretty nice so far, and I will pop out and pop right back freshly lathered down here for pickups, baby. Okay, I lathered up for pickups. I did, I don't know if you saw it or not, or it might have been right after I popped away. I kind of developed a little weeper here, but I just kind of wiped it like that, and it seems like it's gone now. Didn't hurt, didn't sting or anything, but I'm going to do some pickups here. Kind of got some dissipation going on, but I still feel slickness and I guess adequate protection. This blade is pretty sharp, but not so much so that I would call it uncomfortable. And I have fairly sensitive skin, but it is on the sharp and a little bit rough side, I think. Of course, it's on its second use, too. Well, that's feeling really nice. Try to get some trouble spots here, but even they seem fairly well done here. Yeah, pretty nice. It's too bad it's kind of dissipating now, but like I said, I still feel slickness and adequate protection. Feels nice. And I'll just be gentle here, still on the 3 setting on the Progress razor here. Let's see. I don't like to go too crazy, but I have a tendency to want to buff and get these, at least get these trouble spots. I like to have it smooth under my ears and possibly along the jawline there, but that's probably good enough. And yeah, I think I would call that BBS. I think I got a BBS shave today, or darn close to it. Really nice. I could go crazy and try to get every little bump or whatever, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. So there we go. And well, I will be back with Mr. Towel, and yeah, we'll see him in a minute. Here he is, our good friend, the lovely, the talented Mr. Towel. Okay. Yes. Now allow me to iterate or reiterate something I once said on a previous incarnation of this channel, and there are many previous incarnations of this channel that, like incarnations or want to do, go into the ether, and this channel comes back as something a little different, I suppose. But part of the reason that I make a big deal about a towel is because most of us live either in the Western industrialized world or something similar, and we don't have to walk 3 miles in the morning to get water. We don't live in a place, as a general rule, where a towel, a little hand towel, would be like gold to us. So lest we forget the million little simple things that make up a civilization, Mr. Towel is one of them. Of course, if he ever starts talking to me, I guess I'm changing my medication. But anyway, Demon Duck talked to me and a puppet talked to me. I don't see why Mr. Towel couldn't, but he's a taciturn type. Okay. Now I'm going to do some recaps and put the finishing touches on this shave. Started out off camera, I prepped my face with Hollywood Beauty tea tree oil, available at drugstores, dollar stores, and online. Very nice stuff. And it's supposed to be really good for the skin. On a number 3 setting, my razor was this, the Merkur Progress. And I kept it on 3 all the way through. I don't know if that'll focus or not, but that's what it was on. And in there, I had a Centwin Super Platinum blade on its second use. My brush was the KC Shave Company, their silvertip Badger model. I believe they also have a synthetic model, which looks very similar. Okay, and my soap, here's the label for that, the ClassicShaving.com candy cane variety. Very in keeping, I thought, with the season. And here is, if you'll excuse me, the little wooden bowl I got for it. It's still kind of messy right now, and the lid that goes on there to keep it fresh. Okay, now I'm going to reach into magic cabinet number 2 over here, and I think the shave is fancy enough to warrant the Humphreys witch hazel non-scented type, which like a lot of the witch hazels that I could buy in stores here is 14% alcohol by volume. So if I wince a little bit, that might be why. There could be some sting. Let's see. Yeah, sting on the neck, kind of, especially where I buffed those problem areas. And I tend to get irritation, especially right over here, but it doesn't really hurt so much. Except maybe when I put some alcohol on it in any way, shape, or form. Alcohol in the witch hazel or alcohol in the aftershave. Okay, and to go with that, well, rather, I should say to go with the soap, I thought this Furbo Smart aftershave, which I got from a vendor on eBay from Italy, although he was an American vendor, so it got here sooner than if I ordered it from Italy. So we'll uncap that and put a little bit in my hand. I tried this once before and I thought it was very nice. I'm going to put a generous amount in my hand there and kind of swoosh it around. I'm going to go ahead. It's nice enough. Well, they're all nice, all these aftershaves, but really nice. A little on the wrists, a little behind the ears, on the temples, and here I go. Yeah, some sting, but again, not too bad. Really nice. Nice scent on that. Nice, I'm not sure I could place the scent, but it's a nice clear, or clean, I should say, scent. I'll put the overflow on my shirt here, so I'll smell good all day, hopefully, or at least for a few hours. Nice lingering scent on that, I think, and I'll show you that once again. There you go. I'll put the cap back on that, since this is recaps. Okay, there you go again. And finally, well, let's see. What am I going to do for balm? Here's something right over here. Tried and true. Out of Magic Cabinet number 2. Tried and true out of Magic Cabinet number 2. I like that. The Proraso Sensitive. I'll take it out of the box here. And there we are. If it'll focus. There you go. That should finish up this shave pretty nicely. Pretty nice stuff. You know, get some in my hand there. And that's probably enough right there. Kind of a fairly generous amount. I'll switch that around a little bit. And I want to especially put it on my neck where I get the most irritation. Looks like I might have a little weeper or something down there. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's really nice right there. That's really pleasant, as you might imagine. So, yeah, I'll show you this one more time before I leave here. There you go. That's the Proraso Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. Very nice, and I can feel it just working, making my face feel really nice. Well, that's about it. Hey, that was nice. Thank you for joining me. Join me again, won't you please, for the next one, whenever that is. Yeah, when I quit hibernating for this rather cold winter we're having here. Thank you, and goodbye and peace.